Well, I don't know how this moose hunt's going to end, but one thing I do know, some people get to find it out sooner than others because they subscribe to Fresh Tracks Plus. So, hopefully it ends the way I'd like it to. I got enough people here helping me. We'll see.
How'd you sleep?
Oh, your baby.
Good.
In fact, every night is a better night of sleep than the night before.
That's good. You think that's because you're tired, or because you're just used to sleeping in grizzly-infested woods now, or?
I think I'm tired, and the longer it goes into the hunt, my concern about if a bear comes and eats my butt is less and less.
Just goes down every time.
Like, well, man, I already got 4 days of moose hunting, and if I perish now, it's not the end of the world. You know, life will march on. Maybe not mine, but when you say we go find a moose, now that it's starting to rain.
Let's go do it.
Perfect. The other day I said that, boy, it'd be nice to have a little rain to keep the dust down.
Yeah.
I think we're going to have more than that.
Today it happened. It's going to happen.
Alright. I don't know why we're in such a hurry with this low cloud cover. We're not going to be able to see till about 7:30.
Maybe it'll be one of them coffee huts open.
That's what Michael opened. And so am I, kind of, Michael.
That'd be cool.
You just bailed me out there by me not having to say it. You'll see him. Gotta go get my rifle. A bull just stood up right where in that meadow we left him in last night. I'll be down there. You see him right here. Where did he go? He was right behind that tree. It's starting to come down now. Should have put my rain gear on. I didn't get a good view of him. I could just see antlers. He might be in this next little opening. Either he's right in these trees. One thing we learned from yesterday is don't go down in there because you'll never see him. We gotta wait up here until we find him. I know he was a bull. He was walking away from me. I just peeked over the lip and he's walking this way. Like right on the tip of the trees on that point. better judgment, we're going down in there. Yeah. 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 Go back up on top, see if we can see him. If you go in there, you'll never see him. I gotta use this elevation. There's a little rim up here. I gotta go back up there. See if I can look down in there. So this morning we came back to the same spot right at daylight. And I parked the truck back there while the guys were getting their gear ready. I thought, well, I'll just peek over these lips out that way where the bull was last night. So it takes me about 10 minutes. I get to this point and I peek out there, and right out in a batch of willows here, there's a bull walking away from me. I mean, I got a glimpse of him at low light, and he looked nice, but you never judge any animal from behind. So he disappeared into a little patch of willows. I went running back to get these guys and get my rifle. And by the time we got back here, he disappeared. We don't know where he went to. Well, we've been glassing this spot for a couple hours now, hoping that this bull would get up, and I think he's bedded down somewhere in there. So there's a bunch of other spots that aren't that far from here. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna jump in the truck, we're gonna go check some of those other spots, we're gonna come back here. Then we're gonna head to the east, check a couple spots, and come back here. We're just gonna keep coming back and checking on him. And maybe this evening he'll be grunting again and doing his thing. We're gonna load our stuff up, walk back to the truck, and figure out how we find this guy somehow. Got a pretty good batch of snow up on those ridges above us there. I mean, enough to cover all the grass and everything. Huh. Well, as Michael the camera guy said, I love it. It means that fall is officially here. Took until September 19th to get here, but it's here. Oh, we lucked out. We're getting appears to be a slight break in the precip. I've been checking all these other spots. I think I'm going to make this big loop around that takes us back to where we were this morning, where we saw that bull right at daylight. And I just hang out there again for another hour or so with this break. Instead of having big snowflakes like that, we might actually be able to glass in there a little bit. And if he doesn't pop out later this afternoon, I'm going down in there and I'm going to grunt him out of there. And he'll probably come in and he'll be this way. He'll be smaller than when I passed over at the lake the other way. But until you get to see him full view, you really don't know. So if you're wondering why I'm continuing to search for the unicorn, i.e. the big bull moose, because you never know until you find them. When they say that the moose numbers are low density, I agree. But that's what I signed up for. That way I can milk it for a lot. Not going to be one and done right away. Well, there are some moose around. I don't know how big a one that is, but well, came back here after the visibility improved some. This is where I saw that bull right at daylight this morning. Keep coming in and checking and coming in and checking. But I really wish I could get down in there and figure out a way to root him out of there and get a shot at him, but I don't know when that's going to happen. Because of how tall the willows are. I'll have to work on that though. found 5 moose total in, this is their 5th day of moose hunting, and a couple days of scouting. I don't like that map. I mean, they gotta give us the program. Or we could drive around in the truck and I could continue to heckle the camera guys and blame them for everything, but I think I'm walking on that thin edge right now where what is intended to be humor sometimes is just losing its humor, so. But I don't know, they're both kind of smirking right now, like, I don't know about that guy.
Today was not the moose day I was hoping for. Maybe tomorrow, maybe next week, or the week after, or the week after. But it's hard to see today between the rain and then the big snowflakes. It seemed like most of the day was really low visibility. Tomorrow, that's our plan. Because tomorrow, we got to get this camp broke down. We're going to have a wet mess that we're going to end up throwing in here. Then when I get home, to keep the canvas tents from going bad, I'm going to have to set them up back at the house in my shop, let them dry out. And this part of how it works, you know. I wish that I could say this was all easy, that someone came and set it all up for us. Hey, anyone want a job? We could use a chauffeur and a camp setter upper and a camp taker downer. I'm getting too old for that stuff, but oh well, that's how it goes. Thanks for hanging around. I wish there were more moose around, but the densities are low, and so we just got to keep plugging away. And one of these days, we're going to look out there, and Big Hank's going to be there. And we're going to bring him home. Put him in the freezer tomorrow.